As details have emerged, we now know that 2 of the flights landed in Honduras 2 hours after the hearing ended, and then they continued to El Salvador. Presumably, once the planes had landed and refueled, they could have turned around and gone back, and that's certainly what Judge Boasberg thought. But the government brazenly and probably falsely claimed that the court's order no longer had validity when the flights were outside of US airspace. The government defied the court order by continuing to send the flights to El Salvador. Ultimately, the responsibility for that decision may mean that Secretary Rubio would be found in contempt of court, but would this be a criminal matter or a civil one? In the DeVos case, she was the Secretary of Education and she did not order the department to stop collecting on fraudulent loans, so the court knew exactly who to go after. When DeVos sent the notices to the borrowers, over 3,000 of them made at least one payment on debts that they did not owe. So the court's monetary fines redressed the harm caused to the borrowers who paid money to the government that they should never have paid. But Judge Boasberg has a much more complicated task. Is civil contempt the right tool in this situation? Part of the problem with renditioning people to a supermax prison in El Salvador with no due process, no hearing, and no evidence is that it's not even clear that they should be there in the first place, and it's not clear by what terms they can come back. And we don't even know whether the US still has jurisdiction over them. If America can pay El Salvador to house prisoners, then you'd think that they'd be able to get them back. At least this is what I'd be arguing if I was representing the deportees.